Congratulations. They say it's all about the U. A tremendous performance that started with violence, ferocious defense. It appeared that Ohio State had found its footing, and indeed they have, but with an opportunity with the ball to take the lead, that Canes defense stands tall once again, and then the offense down the field via the run game. It's the U moving on. Congrats to them as New Year's around the corner and SportsCenter starts right now. Scott Van Pelt here in the nation's capital, down in the heart of Texas. Julian Sand picked by Keontae Scott, who jumped the route like the pass was to him. 72 yards, and Miami up 14-0. Ohio State scored on the very first drive of the second half, and now here on a 4th and 2. Been saying it for 2 years. Throw it to 4. That's Jeremiah Smith touchdown, 17-14. But after Miami got a stop, this huge 3rd and 4 conversion, Carson Beck, C.J. Daniels picks it up. Michael Irvin, I was afraid he might spontaneously combust at some point, filled with so much passion for his alma mater. And here it is, Shamar Brown up the middle, touchdown, 24-14, and Miami is moving on. They've now won 6 games against ranked teams this season, which is tied with their 1987 squad for the most in the poll era, which dates back to 1936. That team with Jimmy Johnson and Michael Irvin, legends both, went on to win the national title. Ram Truck postgame continues. Dusty Dvoracek joins me now. Dusty, you talked about things that have stood up, 2 things that have kind of always been part of football, toughness and physicality, right? I'm going to give you 2 more that have never changed. If you can run the ball and if you can play defense this time of year, you win football games. Miami did. I said a moment ago that there was a ferocity to that defense in the first half that was stunning to see, but it seemed like Ohio State had found their legs. They had the ball and a chance to take the lead, and then Miami's defense again stood tall, and they put it to bed via the run game. What most impressed you about what you just witnessed out of the Canes?
I just think it's the toughness, the relentlessness of this football team. You know, like you said, you put it perfectly. They jumped out in this football game, and they brought the fight to Ohio State. And Ohio State, like a champ, they came back, and they came back swinging. They had taken all the momentum in the game. But this defense, Corey Heatherman deserves so much credit. He's a finalist for the Broyles Award. He should win it. From where this defense was last year to where they are now, we talk about the line of scrimmage, but it's Keontae Scott, right? It's Jacoby Thomas. And it's the plays that they're making and the physicality they're playing with. They stepped up when they had to tonight, Scott. And then even after they get that stop, that final drive, wasn't that final drive just kind of reminiscent of what Mario Cristobal has built there at Coral Gables? They line up, they run the football right down Ohio State's throat. One of the best rush defenses in the country. And they lined up and continued to run it. They gave it to 4, Mark Fletcher. They gave it to 6, Shamar Brown. And they iced this game away. Just an incredible performance from Miami. When Mario Cristobal left Oregon and he went back to his alma mater, this is what he envisioned. And he's built this football team the right way, not just to win now, not just to win this year, but to continue to win and be one of the real players at the top of college football.
Dusty, I was blown away by Ohio State, by Miami, I beg your pardon, initially. But then Ohio State shows its championship pedigree with their ability to come out of the locker room in the second half, go right down and score. Then you get it, throw it to 4. That's what we've been joking about for years, but why wouldn't you? And now you've got the ball with a chance to grab the lead. And that's where Ohio State, with all the momentum on their side and the wind in their sails, runs into the teeth of Miami, who stands back up and bows up. That impressed me, the hell out of me. Just their ability then, after they get kind of socked in the mouth, to land what ultimately was the knockout blow. Did you sense that the Canes were reeling to a degree with so much red in that building and the Tide seemingly on the side of the reigning champs?
100%. They were reeling. They were on their heels. They were backpedaling. And they were no longer the aggressor. Ohio State had taken the fight to them. And you're exactly right. To show that resiliency, to be able to make that stand, force that punt, and get the football back and put the game away. That was that was remarkable. And who was it? It was four. We keep
Right.
saying four, but it was for Ruben Bain, right?
Correct.
He comes off the edge, he bends, he turns, he draws that holding penalty, and it gets that Ohio State offensive drive off track. And it's really been the calling card all year. 3 and 4 for them. Akeem Mesidor, Ruben Bain, they really embody who this defense and who this program is. And time and time again, from the opening possession till the final possession, those two guys were wreaking havoc. And when it mattered the most, when they needed someone to step up, it was the ACC Defensive Player of the Year, a consensus All-American, and going to go down as one of the all-time great Hurricanes, and Ruben Bain stepping up, getting a pass rush and making a play.
Yeah, you know what'll be fun is when he goes to the combine and they say he's got short arms. I'm just going to say
I don't care about that.
Put on the tape, man.
I don't care. Yeah,
put on the tape. Put on the tape and draft him and just and profit down the line. I'm interested in your perspective on this, Dusty. We see on the sidelines, there's Jimmy Johnson, there's Ray Lewis, there's Michael Irvin. This is Cane royalty. And if you're old enough, and I am, you saw them play in the Orange Bowl when they were just an absolute wrecking ball. But, man, that was a long time ago. And I would think to a degree, Dusty, it's tricky now to try to be what you want to be and create your own identity with those ghosts still very present, still not ghosts. They're still right here in the flesh. And I would think it's hard to embrace that while still saying, man, we're us right now. And I think that what Coach Cristobal has done is really threaded that needle, right? Acknowledge the past, but with respect, say, man, we're not back. We're here right now. How hard do you think that is to do?
That was my opening line in the open. And look, he said he cringes when he's asked the question, is the U back? He straight up said, we ain't going back. We're going forward. We're going into the future. And as you just put it, he told us the U, it is here. And they want to build. They want to grow. This was a massive stepping stone. As Dave Pasch put it perfectly, look, this is the biggest win since they won the 01 national championship against Nebraska. They've had ghosts ever since that loss, the 02 national championships to Ohio State. But now the future, it looks very real. And I love the way Mario Cristobal has framed all of this, because you can acknowledge the past and you can pay respect, but Mario Cristobal doesn't want to live in the past. He wants to live in the now and where this program is and where it's headed.
And where he is right now is standing on the field with a headset on. So, Dusty, I'm going to say so long for a moment. I'll get back to you and welcome Coach Mario Cristobal to the show. Mario, it's Scott Van Pelt. Thank you for taking a minute in the midst of this celebration to throw on the headset, man. We were just talking about your proud past, but saying the Canes aren't back. As you said, they're here right now. As you stand there right now off this victory, what are you most proud of your group?
Well, first of all, Scott, thanks for having me on. Proud of just flat out real deal resiliency. I guess these guys, I'm pretty difficult to work with, and we throw a lot of these guys, and they totally just get after it, man. They're all about the physicality and the violence that comes with football, and we've practiced at it, and we're getting better at it, and we still have a long ways to go, but certainly a lot of progress in the last couple of I'd say the last 5-6 games or so, and looking forward to getting better and having an opportunity here in about a week or so.
Coach, from the very beginning, you said what you wanted was physicality, violence, ferocity. We saw it. But then Ohio State, as great teams do, they responded like a championship team. And after your guys got a little bit of taste of maybe blood in their mouth, for them to respond as they did with the stop and then the physical drive where you run it down the field, that's exactly what, as a coach, you would hope to see. You can't do it any better than that, could you?
Well, they're a great team, and they have elite talent, elite coaching, great skill and whatnot. And, one of the things we pointed at, of course, we talked about being physical and playing with relentless effort. But in a game like this, you also have to be willing to take the hits, brother, and get right back up. I mean, it just comes with it. And if you're willing to do that and just keep showing up and keep coming in the fourth quarter, you're going to give yourself a great opportunity. And hats off to them, first and foremost, Coach Day and his team. Awesome. But hats off to our guys for being some tough-ass sons of bitches.
Well, I wouldn't argue with that choice of words, because it applies to your group, man. They're tough as nails. And I was talking, Mario. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I mean, I know you got a party to get to. I have one last sort of overarching thought. Like, when you're a franchise, or a program, I should say, that has proud history. And I'm talking Notre Dame, Texas, Alabama, Ohio State, Michigan, the U. And you want to honor your past, and you want to acknowledge who you've been, but you want to be in the present right now and forge your own identity. How tricky is it to embrace who you were while wanting your guys to have the stage and the shine to themselves because they're the ones that are earning it right now?
Yeah, that's a great question. That was really probably one of the biggest challenges when, you know, when we got back to the University of Miami, people expected for us to set foot on campus and boom, championships were going to happen. And honestly, I'd been away for 20 plus years, and I would cringe and like just kind of lose my mind whenever I'd hear that. The U is back, the U is back, the U is back. Back to what? You know? I mean, I was a nobody on a team of unbelievable players and unbelievable coach, and I learned so much from them, and I love them. I mean, I'm back here because of them. But college football has changed, and going away and learning under guys like Coach Saban, Coach Schiano, learned so much that we have to, you know, take programs forward with all the changes and the never-ending change in the landscape. So always honor the past. These guys, you see a bunch of them on the sideline today. We should have put a couple of them in the game, you know. But you have to always do that, but never, ever, ever mess with the mindset of your players. Say, hey, we have to go back to what these guys did. We actually have to do it better and go forward. And we're progressing. We've had a lot of progress, but brother, we got a lot of work to do, and we're looking forward to getting to it.
All anybody wants this time of year is 60 more minutes, and you've got at least that. So between now and then, you got a new year to ring in with your guys. Go do that and celebrate. I appreciate you taking a minute in the midst of that to visit with me, Mario. Happy New Year. Congratulations.
Scott, I appreciate you, brother. Thanks for having me, and Happy New Year.
Yes, sir. Mario Cristobal and the Canes. Man, I love that answer about honor the past, but try to be who you are right now. You see the hypotheticals if they were to take on Georgia, and that would bring with it its own interesting set of subplots as it relates to where their quarterback played last year. Or if they were to play Ole Miss, they would be a slight favorite. Those odds presented by DraftKings Sportsbook. Dusty, one last quick one from you. I don't know if you're able to hear what Coach had to say, but I think he's basically saying, yeah, it's tricky, right? Like when he comes back, you cringe because you can't be that. You can't live in the 80s because the Orange Bowl's gone. That group's gone. But who they are right now, there were questions about whether they should be in. They've clearly answered them now. Is this a team that you believe could win 2 more football games?
There's no doubt with the way they play at the line of scrimmage and a veteran quarterback who made no mistakes tonight. That's very key, and he made crucial third down plays when he had to. When you can win the line of scrimmage, you can win. When you can play high-level defense like they do, get after the quarterback, take the football away, that plays anywhere, and they can run the rock, man. They got legit massive humans up front and running backs that can tote the pill. So there's no doubt. Look, I'm an old nose tackle. This is my brand of football. Miami plays that brand of football. I'm intrigued with who they're going to play. I'm intrigued. I'm flying to D.C. in the morning. You and I are going to watch 3 more of these things tomorrow. What a way to set off these quarterfinals, man. This is going to be a lot of fun. And if 2026 starts off the way 2025 ended, all of us as college football fans, boy, we should be very, very happy and very thankful.
Indeed. Thankful for you taking the trip. Happy New Year, man. Take a minute to soak it in and travel safely up. Look forward to watching some ball with you and talking about it when it's done tomorrow night, Dusty. Thank you.
All right. Thanks, Scott. Happy New Year.
Yes, indeed. Dusty Dvoracek.